Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Next Gen Retro Chat Show, where tonight I am going to try to offer advice to anyone who shows up and asks for it. Do you have a problem in your life? Is there something wrong? Are you faced with a choice and you don't know what to do? I'm here to help. Tonight is hair down, feet up. Everyone is welcome. So uh-oh. That was close. I've lived an interesting life, and I've done a thing or two. So I'm here to offer help to anyone who might need it. Stuck in a relationship that doesn't make you happy? Stuck at a job that doesn't make you happy? Stuck in a life that you don't want to live? Let me know. Let me know how I can help. Anything you need, we're here for you. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. It's late here in Portland. It's 1:02 a.m. We're listening to a copyright-free chill step mix. It's quite relaxing. Probably gonna smoke a little weed, smoke a lot of cigarettes as I usually do. The great thing about cigarettes is it's the best way to kill yourself without anyone trying to stop you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you join us. I hope you're all here. I haven't been on for a while. It's been around a week since I did a show, maybe even longer than that. I'm sorry about that. But I hope some of you come to join us. Come hang out. When I was a kid, I thought I knew everything. And I don't mean a kid as in like a little kid. I mean a kid as in when I was in my 20s, my late teens, even my early 30s. Turned out I didn't know much at all. I didn't have any idea what was going on, how to live my life, how to be a grown-up. And for guys my age, it's been hard, because the way our dads did it doesn't work for us. We try to emulate the people that raised us, we try to do the right things, but unfortunately, those things don't work for us. Gone are the days where you could have one job your whole life. The days where you could get out of high school, go get a job down at the factory, and work your way into a good retirement. Those days are over. And I think a lot of people out there they're lost, they're confused, they don't know what to do. There's some people out there that have it all figured out. I'm not one of those people. But I have figured some stuff out over the years. And I think there's probably some people out there tonight some people that might need help. Maybe you don't need help. Maybe you just need somebody to talk to. I could dig that. Hey Mike, it's good to see you, brother. How's life in Japan, my friend? It's good to see you. Just sitting here enjoying this wonderful marijuana cigarette. hoping maybe some people stop by and I can answer some questions or help some people out. Thought maybe an advice show would be a good idea, something fun to do. So if there's anything you need advice with, buddy, you let me know. I'm just your resident old ass dude. But you know, we look up to our parents. We look up to the people around us, the people who are supposed to be adults, who are supposed to tell us what the fuck to do, what the fuck is going on, but they don't know. Hey, congratulations, dude. Moving back to the States, that's fucking awesome. I'm sure you miss home. I know last time I talked to you, you're saying that you missed home, so really glad to hear that you're gonna make it. Arkansas. I've been to Arkansas. It's really fucking hot in Arkansas. I was in a little town outside of Little Rock. By the way, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, Mike. Things have been crazy around here. I got a new mixer. So now I have a mixer for my stuff. And got some new cables on the way. I'll be able to monitor everything in my headphones. It's going to be great. Right now the only thing I hear in my headphones is the music that you hear in the background. But soon, I'll be able to hear myself too. And that's great. That is fantastic. So, the fuck a man does. All I know is that... Whoa, the music stopped. What happened? right? We all want to make our dads proud in one way or another, whether it be our real dad or a father figure or just another male that we look up to. We want to make those people proud because they invest in us and we see that. You know, once you get to be about 15, 16, 17 years old, you realize that there are people out there investing their time and their emotions into you. And those people deserve to see a return, right? Those people, they want the best for you. It's just that sometimes they don't always know what the best is. And that's okay. By the way, Mike, I'm working out the kinks with this new mixer, so if you hear any issues with the audio, please let me know, because I can't monitor it live yet. Got some cords coming from Amazon. That's one of the reasons why I haven't broadcasted, is I'm waiting for all the shit to come together so I could put this thing back together. I got almost all of it, but not all of it. Amazon says 2 days. 2 days my ass. So, we're stuck in this world that's too expensive to live in. It's getting more and more expensive every day. It does make sense. It does. Me too. You know, I'll go a real long time without calling my stepdad. And it's not because I don't want to talk to him, it's because I don't have anything good to tell him. I thought about calling him and telling him I started doing this show, but I don't think he'd understand what it is. He doesn't really, he doesn't use computers. He doesn't even own a cell phone. He basically lives in the 90s as far as technology goes, and that's all he wants. He doesn't care for it. And I get it, because, you know, I feel like I feel disconnected because of technology. But here I am trying to use technology to connect with people. And it's important. It's important we don't let time run us over. It's this force that moves forward and we have to move with it. Men like my dad, they're relics. Just waiting to die. We'll remember them, but the world won't. So, we all go out and we do what we can with our lives. You know, I do comedy, I write, I work a job, I do my show here on Twitch, which is pretty new, but I love doing it. I really care about it. And by the way, I really care about you, Mike. I think about you a lot. In fact, since I've been gone, I thought about you a lot. So I'm happy to hear you got a job offer. That's really exciting, and I'm really happy for you. And I hope that people tune in. I hope that we make those connections with people, you know? Because some of the people on Twitch right now are pretty young. And I might not set the world's best example sitting here smoking weed and smoking cigarettes and using the word fuck all the goddamn time. But what I can say is that I don't think the world is telling these kids the fucking truth. I think the world is lying to everyone. And it's not on purpose. It's just the way that everything is set up. We watch YouTube and we watch TV. I don't really watch TV, but I know a lot of people do. Oh, I appreciate that, dude. I really do. Feel free to message anytime you want, man. Especially if I haven't been on for a minute. Feel free to message me and be like, bro, you gotta get on your job. You can't build an audience if you don't show up. That's the truth. Anyway, so the world says, you know, go to college, get a job, go get in debt. And why? Why? I have 3 bachelor degrees. And I don't use any of them. I also have associate's degrees and certifications, and I don't use those either. I started a company. I ran that for several years. I didn't use any of my degrees on that either. You know? The world is set up to make us feel like we're not good enough, like we're not smart enough, and we don't work hard enough. And we go on Instagram, we go on Facebook, we go on all of these media platforms, and we see people living better lives than us. And we ask ourselves, what the fuck is wrong with me? Right? What is wrong with me? Why don't I have a perfect background for my videos? Why don't I have a $10,000 gaming PC? How come I don't drive a Tesla? They told me that if I did the right thing and worked hard, I would have the life that I wanted to have. And that wasn't fucking true. It was a bill of goods. It was a lie. Now, if we don't tell those lies to our kids, they'll quit. They won't make it. But we are lying to them. We don't know if their best is good enough. We don't. I have no idea if my son is going to go out into the world and just take it by storm. I don't know if he's going to live in my basement for the rest of his life. I don't know. But I tell him every day to work hard and do the right things, and the rewards will come. I'm not lying to him consciously, but in the back of my mind, I know that that's a promise that I can't keep because it's not up to me. So what if my comedy and Twitch and my writing, what if that makes me rich someday? What am I going to do? Buy him a future? That doesn't work. We see that all the time with the children of wealthy people and celebrities and shit like that. That doesn't work. That makes more broken people. Just more broken people with money. You know, money, I've always looked at money like a tool. It's the thing that I use to do things, or to get things that I need, or want. It's a tool I use to build the house around me, because I can't build a house with a fucking hammer. I don't know how to build a house with a fucking hammer. My dad knew how to build a house with a fucking hammer. My grandpa knew how to build a fucking railroad with a hammer. I know how to set up a Twitch broadcast. I know how to create marijuana extracts. I know how to write code. I know how to do different shit. It's not worse, it's not better. I have different tools. And money is a tool. And I don't think you've ever seen a mechanic with shitty tools who does a good job. Right? But if you go to a garage and you see a mechanic with a big snap-on tool chest, you can be pretty goddamn confident he's going to fix your car because he invested a lot of money in those tools, right? Well, money are the tools. The tools equal money. He invested money to buy the tools which make him money. He used a tool to get more tools. It's not an end. It's not a goal. I think all of us feel like that sometimes, man. I think all of us feel like running away. I know I do. I know I hide. But I've done that a few times. And it's not good. It doesn't work. When you run away from your problems, you don't get away from them. They just grow while you're gone. They become monsters that you can't kill. And then one day you come home and everything's different. Nothing's the same. The people are gone. But your problems are still there. You know, Portland is one of the most expensive cities in America to live in. I spend an inordinate amount of money just on like the basics, monthly necessities. Phone, electric, rent, insurance. I'm probably in the whole, I don't know, $3,500, which I know that's not a lot to some people, but to me, in my situation right now, that's a lot. And what's the return I get on that investment? Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing of substance, nothing of value, nothing that I can flip into something else. Right? So, we move on. We move forward. We do whatever we can to keep going and do the right things. By the way, Mike, what's your new job? What's the offer? Are you gonna go teach Japanese to white kids? Yeah, what I can say is that you've got to find something that you love. That you really, really love. And I know, like, you hear that from everybody, right? Find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yes, you will. You're going to work really fucking hard. The thing that you love is going to turn into the thing that makes you stressed out and worried. Everything that you monetize is stressful. But like, you know, I went to Purdue University, and a lot of people went to Purdue to become pharmacists. There's a really good pharmacy school at Purdue, and I remember talking to people and being like, "Are you really fucking passionate about counting pills? Is that, I don't know, do you like wake up in the morning fucking fired up to know the drug interaction between ibuprofen and Tylenol PM?" Seems doubtful. Oh, that's really cool, man. It's really cool. See, man, I like what you do with your life, Mike. I think what you do with your life is cool and valuable to society. You care about kids. Oh, there's my cat. You care about kids and teaching them, and I'm sure you're a good teacher. I have no doubt. So, I think it's important that we don't believe the lie that find something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Don't fucking believe that. Work is work. I love doing this show. I really do. But seriously, like, the amount of effort behind the scenes when I'm not on camera to keep this going and make this happen, it's crazy. I know a lot of people just like point a camera at themselves and click go. I can't do that. I have to like really work on it. You know, I went from a laptop and a headset. That wasn't good enough. I never even went live with that. I just recorded and tested because it was shit. So then I realized, I need a second monitor, so I had to get a second monitor, and then I got the microphone, and then I realized that the microphone's not good enough if you don't have a mixer. So now I have a mixer, and it's work. I did not know how to do any of this shit when I started doing it. You know, I'm too old to be doing this in general. But, you know, keep going. Keep doing it. Eventually, it gets easier. So, here I am, you know, doing the show, talking to people, but it's work. Doing comedy, oh my god, doing comedy is so fucking hard. It is fucking insane hard to be a comedian. You have to, first of all, you have to write jokes, but that's not where it stops. You have to make sure that your jokes that you wrote aren't already done. So then you gotta go on YouTube and everywhere, on Twitter, and you gotta search your joke. You gotta try to find someone else telling your joke. Because if somebody else told your joke first, even if you didn't hear it until after you wrote your joke, that's a stolen joke and you can't use it. You cannot go on stage unless you are sure that your shit is original. And then you gotta deal with everything has a matter of like politics, right? There's drama, there's scene drama, no matter where you are. If your scene drama is like an insurance agency or working at a school, right? It's gonna be there. There's gonna be teachers you don't like. There's gonna be faculty members you don't like. You might have a assistant principal who's a real fucking piece of shit, and it's impossible to talk to them. And you got to figure out, like, how to work with that, how to do what you got to do while surfing the waves. And that's what we do. We surf the waves of politics and drama and try to find a thing that we love that we can do. And for me, it was writing. Now, writing is easy. I'm pretty fucking good at it. It's not easy to do, but what I mean is I don't have much drama in that area of my life. I turn in my work. It's never edited or changed. It gets printed, and every 3 months I get a check. That's fucking easy. I talk to one guy, the editor of the magazine I write for. And the only feedback I ever get from him is, great fucking shit, man. Keep it coming. But when it comes to stand-up comedy, you gotta show up to open mics, you gotta put it in FaceTime with people, you gotta schmooze, you gotta be the guy that's cool and people want to hang out with, or you don't get booked for shows, and if you don't get booked for shows, you don't get paid. And if you don't get booked for shows, you can't tour, because if you don't get booked for shows, booking agents don't know who the fuck you are. And if you don't tour, you starve. Which, by the way, at some point in the future, I will be going on a comedy tour. Possibly by myself, possibly with a friend. So, obviously I'll keep you posted. And I will try my ass off to get booked in a place in Arkansas where you can come see me. So, I live in a small duplex. I drive a 2005 vehicle. I have a pretty neat video game collection. Thanks, man. And I will, for sure. Absolutely. I will. Man, I will be out there promoting that shit literally anywhere I can. I'll just go out in the street and scream, "Hey everybody, come see me next Tuesday at 9 p.m. But see, you gotta have goals. And one of the coolest things that I've kind of always known but heard recently from someone that I really respect is, you will fail if you don't plan all the way to the end. Dude, and you'll have to, I'll bring weed. I don't go anywhere without weed. So if you come see me, let me know you're there and we'll go smoke weed. Before and after. I smoke weed before because I'm not funny if I'm not stoned. I smoke weed after because I freak out every time I go on stage, and I've been doing it for like years. This doesn't make me too nervous though, doing this. This feels different to me. Feels better. I like doing this better than I like doing that. But I kind of got to do both, because I hope that that makes people want to watch me do this, and I hope that this makes people want to watch me do that. And I hope that both make people want to buy my book once I finish it and publish it. Eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. So there's, I guess, one really good piece of advice, you know, since I titled this The Advice Show. If you're going to do something, if you have a goal, you have to plan your goal all the way through to the end. And you have to really think about the shit that can go wrong. One mistake that I see a lot of positive thinkers make when they have make plans for their goals is they don't deeply consider contingencies and plans A and B and C all the way down, because they're positive thinkers, and that's a really powerful thing, to be a positive thinker. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it's great, and the world would be a much better place if everyone was a positive thinker. But the reality is that things will happen, things you didn't expect, and you need to have plans for those things, so that when they happen, you don't get knocked off your square. That's a saying that the old guys back in the neighborhood used to say. You gotta stay on your square, young man. You want a point? You want your square? You good? And that, all that means is you have to be spiritually, emotionally centered and on target. And you don't have to be that way 100% of the time, because like, that's not possible. Just like you said earlier, some of us want to go fucking hide sometimes, and that's okay, right? But most of us don't go hide. So you were working towards your goal, something happened, fucked your shit up. Okay, now what? Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Push, 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 push. You can't quit. You can't quit because that shit is all you have. When I was young, I didn't understand or really believe that I was alone in this fucking world. People love you. Your family, your friends, your wife, your girlfriend, kids, they all love you. And they're loyal to you. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not suggesting that you are physically alone. But what I'm saying is that you are spiritually alone in this world. You're on an island. I'm on island Brad. You're on island Mike. And we gotta figure it out for ourselves. We can't count on people to show up and like let us know when we're fucking up. Maybe they won't. Maybe we're gonna just keep fucking up for a while till we figure it out for ourselves. Like sometimes the people in your life, even your wife or your mom, maybe they don't notice that you're fucking up. So, like, we've been watching this show called Nurse Jackie. And, you know, they love Nurse Jackie. They love the character. And I'm just like, this is an abhorrent fucking human. I don't understand why you can root for this character. But, you know, I watched a little bit more, and I get it now. I get it. She isn't defined by her mistakes, by her bad behavior. She's in the show, she cheats on her husband for like 4 years. She's a drug addict. She's a nurse working at a hospital. She's been stealing drugs. But, like, even when she was fucked up on drugs, and now we're at a part of the show where she's clean. She got off the drugs, you know, good for her. The fictional character. Anyway, but even while she was all fucked up on drugs, she was still saving lives. Right? So, like, a lot of people in her life didn't know. So they didn't stop her. They didn't, like, grab her by the arm and say, oh, you're fucking up. Here's this, for example. When I was in my early 20s, I got addicted to Vicodin after I had my tonsils taken out. I was like 21 or 22. Oh, God, it seems so long ago now. And the doctor gave me this, like, basically unlimited fucking liquid Vicodin prescription because the pain was extreme. So after the fact, my mom had cancer. She's passed away now, but when you have cancer, they just throw drugs at you. So my mom always had Vicodin. Always, always, always. So I would go over to my mom's house and I'd be like, oh, Mom, I got a backache. You know, it really hurts. I've been working hard at work or whatever. I hurt myself playing softball. And she would give me Vicodin. And nobody really knew that I had a problem. Not even me. I didn't really know I had a problem either. Until one day, I go to a softball game. The bar I worked at had a softball team. And I go to a softball game, and my friend Bear, he comes up to me. I got 2 Vicodin in my hand. We're warming up for the softball game. He walks up to me. He goes, hey, man, what is that? I looked at him. I was like, oh, it's 10-500 Vicodin. He's like, is that what you've been taking? I was like, yeah. And he was like, you gotta put that shit down, bro. I'm like, what? And he looked at me right in the fucking eyes. My friend, I trusted him. He looked at me right in the eyes and he said, you're a fucking drug addict. If that's what I've seen you take, if that's the pills you've been taking, you're addicted to drugs and you have a problem. And I need you to put them down. I was shocked. I had no idea. I was about to play adult fast pitch softball high on opioids, and it didn't occur to me that that's a problem. I was going to work high on drugs. I was visiting my mom high on drugs. I would wake up in the morning, get high on drugs, and then get high on drugs again. And by the way, this is not a drug. Vicodin is a fucking drug. So I did. That day I stopped. I'm thankful that I had a friend that was willing to tell me the truth, but it took a long time for anyone to notice. Better part of like a year, maybe 2 years. Taking, I don't know, 20, 30 Vicodin a week minimum, maybe more. But it didn't occur to me that it was like, I don't know. It's just, sometimes you do shit and you don't realize you're doing it. That's the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes you are fucking up in a way that you don't see. And sometimes there's not a person there, like my friend Bear, to look you in the face and say, hey, you're fucking up. Get your shit together. You're on an island. People visit it. Those people are never permanent. My mom died. My ex-wife left me. Things come and go. Everyone in your life, everything in your life is temporary. Fuck, even your life is temporary, really. So what do you do to get good at seeing if you're fucking up? That's an excellent question, Brad. Thank you for asking. What you do is you listen to yourself. You be honest with yourself. You take inventory of who you are to you, because you're a different person to everyone who sees you. The person who you think you are doesn't really exist to anyone but yourself, right? And if you're not fucking honest with yourself, then you have no idea who you are. Because some people see you. They see past that shit, man. Some people do. It's happened to me many times in life, where I thought I knew who I was or what I was doing, and someone came along, whether it be like a friend or an enemy or a competitor or just an acquaintance, and they saw through that shit. And you have to be willing to take input from people, but you also have to be willing to see it yourself. So recently, I took some inventory. I was like, you know what? You're not doing enough. If you really want to succeed on your art, if you really want people to hear what the fuck you have to say, you've got to do it, bro. You got to go out there and talk to them. You got to put those fucking words on that paper. You got to go to those open mics. You got to book them shows. You got to go on Twitch. You got to get on Twitter. You got to tweet. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I want to be as successful as Joe Rogan doing what he does, and to do that, I have to do that. No one's gonna just show up at my house and be like, bro, I heard you wanted to have a podcast. Alright, here's $20 million. Do whatever you want. And then I retire. I don't know. Am I making sense? Probably not. Probably not making sense. Oh, shit. I need a drink of water. And you know what? I don't presume to know the lives of anybody watching this show outside of Mike, because I've asked him some stuff about his life, so I do know some stuff about his life, but anybody else's life, I don't know shit about you. Hold on, I got water on my desk. World's shortest headphone cord. Sorry, a frozen bottle, it sweats. Well, I'm glad you can connect with it, bro. I really am. I think that people need a big brother. If that makes sense, like, people need a homie, whether it be in person or remote. Yes, crunchy water. It sweats all over the fucking desk, though. It's a goddamn mess. Oh my god, but it was like 100 degrees today. I only have one air conditioner in my place. It's like a huge, like 15,000 BTU one. But like, the way that my house is shaped, it just doesn't get to the bedroom. So, could not be in the bedroom today. I planned to do my broadcast all day today, but it just was unbearable in the bedroom. And then I try to keep it late because I know you watch, and the time difference. I actually tend to be my most awake now, and since to the best of my knowledge, you're the only person watching. If I did it at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't think you'd be able to watch, because that's like, I don't know, the middle of the night tomorrow in Japan. I don't know, man. Time travel's weird. Anyway, so everybody needs a big brother or like a homie to like just spit some goddamn game at them. Just, you know, I have my friend Jesse that was on the show. He used to do these Facebook posts, and he'd be like, "It's Free Game Friday," you know, or his radio show that he does, Strange Game on a Volcano, because he like lives on a volcano, which is super dope. Oh, he's in town, by the way. I might be able to have him on again and like on like face to face. That'd be cool. Anyway, so we need to hear shit that we don't want to hear. And we need to do shit that we don't want to do. And I think that's, at the end of the day, what mostly defines what a man should be. Are you willing to hear the things you don't want to hear? And not get angry? Not become emotional? Are you ready to do the things that you don't want to do? And not whine about it? Just do it. And don't do it half-assed. Do it your best. That's what separates us from the beasts. God, that word probably sounds awful. Well, feel free to ask any questions you want, because I might know the answers to those questions. I might not. I will tell you if I don't, though. We need to... So yeah, we need to hear the things we don't want to hear, we need to do the things we don't want to do, and we need to not get angry at the things we don't want to hear, and not be lazy about the things we don't want to do. Just wake up and get it done. Push hard every day. And it sucks and it's hard, and some of us do it a lot, some of us do it a little. All that matters is that we do it. If you do something, you get better at it. That's how doing things work. Doing things it's impossible to not get better at a repetitive task unless you don't want to even try. I suppose, even if you're not trying though, I think if you did something 1,000 times, even not trying, you would be better at it at the end than you were at the beginning. $10,000 hours. It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. I'm not making that number up. That's like a real thing. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I'm not like, that's not my thing. Other people came up with that. So, I'm 37 years old. What have I put 10,000 hours into? I've definitely put 10,000 hours into writing. Halo. Comedy. But the problem is I took 3 times longer than everyone else to put in my 10,000 hours on these things because I wasn't, steady on them all the time. I'm not always the world's most driven dude. And I'm not lazy. It's just I bounce around from idea to idea. Sometimes I'm inconsistent. And I'm really working on it with the show. I really want the show to be great and go on for a while. But it is true that I just haven't always been the most consistent dude. I swear to God, I can't ever sell this microphone because it's just going to reek of cigarettes and marijuana. They'd have to throw this part away for sure, like the foamy bit. I guess it's not that loud when I grab it, I was worried. The gain turned up a little bit, so theoretically I shouldn't have to be as close to the mic as I did before. So, you know, if you give the things that you're passionate about, the things that you could see yourself doing for the rest of your life, if you give them a portion of your time, and if you can't give them all of your time, then as long as that time that you spend with them is focused and dedicated, you can turn that, you can full-time at a factory and part-time at comedy. A lot of famous comics worked full-time jobs, and some very demanding full-time jobs, like that dude, the Asian guy that was in The Hangover, and I can't remember his name now. It's not Bobby Lee, because that's a totally different guy. I like Bobby Lee too, by the way. But he's kind of a dick to people, I've heard, though. I don't know, that might not be true. He was a doctor. He was a fucking doctor and acted part-time. Now, not only is he an actor, not a doctor, but he's also a stand-up. Yeah, yes, that guy, thank you. Ken Jeong. I should have just Googled it. I'm like sitting at a computer. So, anyway, yeah. And now that guy's fucking, he made it. But he's great. He's talented, and he worked hard at both things. And deserves every bit of success he had as a doctor and as an actor. Fucking Joe Rogan has like 3 jobs. He does his podcast like pretty much full time. He commentates for the UFC, and he does his stand-up. You know, there for a while, Childish Gambino / Donald Glover was doing stand-up acting and rapping full time, and making good money at all of them. So there's no reason why you couldn't have a job and follow your dream. And there's also no reason why you can't make your dream your job. And some people do that at a very young age. We call those people doctors and lawyers and school teachers and nurses and firemen, policemen, and soldiers. People who do those jobs generally wanted to do them their whole life, and they never wanted to do anything else. Oh yeah, also race car drivers. You pretty much have to want to be a race car driver from birth to have any shot at ever doing that. So yeah, I mean, like, some people, they just do it like right away, and other people it takes them a long time. A good example is Rodney Dangerfield, the famous stand-up comic. Hey, I get no respect. That guy, he didn't make it until he was 47 years old. He was a not shit nobody until he was 47. I believe that that's the number. I'm not Googling things. I don't do research. I'm just a guy on the internet. But yeah, it was somewhere in the ballpark of 50. About 10 years older than me. Before he made it big. So, there's no, like, rules. Right? There's no reason that you should think or believe that there's a reason to give up. Although I did write in an article recently that sometimes you can do something for a really long time and it's not happening, and you know, people are telling you like, maybe you're just not meant for this, and after maybe 10 years or so, I don't know what an appropriate number is, but maybe there's a time where quitting is okay. Not quitting, but moving on to the next thing, keeping the same drive, just a different focus. I'm not saying this isn't a fucking one-size-fits-all world. Like, it just isn't. Like, that's why, like, fad diets and fucking self-help shit doesn't work. Like, but there's enough people. There's like, what, 7 fucking something billion people in the world. So there's enough fucking people to, like, check out the book that, like, it's gonna work for like 2 or 3 million, 2 or 300 million people. Right? So that's like a lot of fucking books, man. So, and those self-help guys, they're not fucking stupid. They know what the deal is. You know, sometimes I'm not even sure that they fucking believe that anyone will be helped by it, but I find it hard to believe that a person could write a whole book and not care about it. It's really fucking hard to write a book. It's a lot of words, bro. Like 50,000 words is like a minimum. Put that into perspective, I put about 2,000-3,000 a month in the magazine. And there's something like maybe 5,000-10,000 words and then like a 30-minute stand-up bit. Ooh. Strong stuff. So yeah, man. Just gotta do what you think you should do. Also, disclaimer, I don't think people should do what they want to do or think they should do if those things hurt other people in any way. I don't think that anything you do should infringe upon the free will of anyone else. I really feel strongly about that. It's a tenet in Buddhism that everything that's living has free will. And free will is the most sacred thing that you can respect about another conscious being. So, I don't kill anything, ever, unless it's an accident. And they're really specific about that. It depends on what type of Buddhist you are, and I'm just like a pretty chill white guy stoner Buddhist. I should fucking make a goddamn book. Like, that's gonna be my religion. We're gonna start a cult, Mike. We're doing a cult, bro. White guy stoner Buddhist cult. And we're not saying white guy proudly in this scenario either. It's not like a white pride thing. It's more like a kind of a thing. By the way, I don't think anyone should be proud of their skin color. That's weird. Yeah, it's protected by your religion, marijuana. If you're a part of the white guy stoner Buddhist cult. Because, like, it's in the name, bro. Of course. Take that shit all the way to federal court, homie. Actually, in my fucking home state of Indiana, where my dad lives, where I moved from when I moved to Oregon, Illinois, Indiana later in life. What was I saying? Oh yeah, stoner cult. Yeah. So there's actually like a Church of Marijuana or Church of Cannabis or something. I don't remember the name of it, but they went to the Indiana Supreme Court and they won. So the cops can't stop them from smoking pot in their church. Nothing they can do about it. It's their religion, bro. That's the fucking great thing about religion. L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology, wrote more science fiction novels than any other person ever to live, and I don't think anyone's ever going to break his record. He was once quoted before he started the Church of Scientology. If you want to be rich, sell novels. If you want to be wealthy and powerful, start a religion. I don't remember his exact words, that's a paraphrase. Disclaimer, we're not actually really starting a religion. Maybe. I don't know. I'll look into merch. I think if you're a religion, I think merch is your biggest swag, right? Like, you gotta sell a lot of Bibles, bro. And they do. They sell a lot of Bibles. Where I grew up, everyone had a Bible. Literally everyone. This is a different like track. It feels a little bit louder to me. Let's see. Yeah. I guess it's not bad. Anyway. I love how the fucking thing feels the need to autofocus, like when I move like this far. Like, it's cool, man. I don't need to be in focus every goddamn second. Stupid autofocus. So like a shitty webcam. Logitech C922X Pro Straight. I gotta find that frame now and make it the thumbnail for the YouTube video. By the way, Mike, I upload all this shit to YouTube. I hope you don't mind, since you are mostly the only person that talks in here. Hope it's cool with you. Not that many people watch it though, so. But maybe someday. Maybe fucking someday. Everybody's gonna watch it. All I know is we here at the Next Gen Retro Chat Show Live are gonna keep fucking making it. Because I think it's cool, man, and I think that Twitch gives someone the opportunity to do something like the Joe Rogan podcast or the H3H3 podcast, but have it grow an organic audience that interacts. How cool is that? Sweet, man. I appreciate it. Because it never occurred to me until that moment that I should respect your privacy and let you know. I don't know if I mentioned before that I upload to YouTube. But yeah. I think there's also the expectation of privacy, and anybody who re-uploads to YouTube should let people know. Hey man, your anonymous shit that you write in chat is being shared with everyone. But no, see, the thing is with a guy like you, the thing I like about you is you've literally never said anything rude or outrageous. If somebody read your chat, like, over every show I've ever done where we've talked, they would just be like, oh yeah, that's a normal human doing normal human stuff. That's not interesting. Like, not that you're not interesting, just like it's not interesting in like let's be, I don't know, outrage culture. You know what I'm trying to say? Outrage culture. Sucks, man. I'm also not saying that people should go around saying stupid, awful things to people. Like, that one guy was rude as shit that one time when Jesse was on. I was cool with it though, because it's important to me that people can say whatever they want. There's no consequences as long as it's not directly threatening or harassing or racist or, you know, sexist or whatever. There's a line, and we all know where that line is. I don't have to fucking draw it for everyone. So please, for people in the future, there is a rule for chat, which is don't be a dick. But also, you can be a dick as long as you don't do any of the like the awful shit that you're not allowed to do in life ever. I wonder if there's any like, you know how like people tune into like certain shows on Twitch to see certain things. I wonder if there's a market out there for like chubby long-haired guys dancing. No, there's not. There's not. I just watched myself. Anytime you see my eyes looking down, I'm looking at the fucking screen, and I need to stop doing that. I need to look at the camera. I literally look at everything but the camera. I'm very intimidated by the camera. I think a lot of people admit that like after the fact, but not a lot of people admit it while it's happening. Which is weird. But yeah, it is scary as shit. To just sit here and be like, you know what, I'm gonna try to talk for as long as I can. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. That guy deserved to be headbutted, see? That dude had it coming, definitely. But don't worry, CIA. It was just a joke. Aw, shit, now I'm gonna be paranoid because I just thought about the CIA being like, oh yeah, that guy Twitch streams, we should probably check him out. Because I've watched like a million alien conspiracy videos on YouTube. And definitely like a lot of other weird like shit. So they're probably gonna be like, oh man, now that fucking dumbass is talking to people. Shit. I don't think they care or would want to stop me. I just think that I probably got myself on a watch list watching so many goddamn alien conspiracy videos and shit. Hollow Earth fucking ancient alien ass fucking. Not Flat Earth though. Seriously. Not that one. Nope. Yeah, they probably do. You're probably right. They're probably not going to be like, fuck that guy in particular. Oh, but dude, I don't know if you've actually ever seen, I know I mentioned Joe Rogan a lot, that's fucking weird, but I watch a lot of his show. And his shows are like 3 hours long, so. Shit. Anyway. There was actually a bunch of people on like Reddit or something that were saying that Joe Rogan was like flipped by the CIA, which is weird. Then a bunch of people think that Alex Jones is fuck that comedian. I'm high and I don't remember his name. Shit. God damn it. Anyway. Alex Jones. Oh man. I used to like that guy's like show like years and years ago. That guy took a turn. He really did. He was always crazy and angry. But like for a while the shit he was saying was pretty much true, and now everyone just knows that it's true. Hold on a second. I got a message. Hey, somebody liked my tweet about going live. Sorry, I had to reply to that. Shit, I'm too high to do two things at the same time. They're turning the freaking frogs gay! Okay, that was early Alex Jones. That was like, I don't know, like Unreal Tournament or something. Sorry, one more second. Turning the freaking frogs gay! Oh shit. Sorry, I think she might want to go to bed, so I think I might have to stop. Anyway, alright, so, yeah, people thought Joe Rogan was flipped by the CIA. I know, I think you should be impressed that I remembered that. I don't know how long, dude, that felt like a really long time to, like, send those text messages. When you have a camera pointed at you, like, every moment of silence feels like an eternity. Because you know that if somebody clicks, and you're not talking about like something vaguely interesting and saying something that might hook someone's attention every 30 to 60 seconds, then you might be fucked. They're turning the freaking frogs gay. So I hope there isn't any audio issues tonight. I hope everything sounds okay. It was really thoughtful for my family to get me that mixer. I really appreciate them for that. It's shit like that that people do, because it wasn't a very expensive mixer, right? It was like less than $100, but I think it was like $88.99 or something. But you know. By the way, if you want to see the mixer, I can probably point the camera at it. It's a Behringer Q802 USB. It's very fancy. Thank you. Good, I'm glad. I did a lot of test recordings before I went live. Because I can't monitor myself live yet. I don't have the adapter for my headphones. Every jack on the thing is either stereo RCA or quarter inch or XLR. There's no 3.5 millimeter, and I don't have any XLR headphones, and I don't have an XLR adapter because I'm dumb. And then basically, so here's my plan. I'm going to, so the mixer sends all of the audio that it gets as 2-channel stereo to the desktop, and OBS picks that up direct from the mixer via USB. So the conundrum here is, if I'm monitoring myself, I can't monitor the desktop audio unless I plug headphones into it and headphones into the mixer. If I do that, it's not a realistic expression of the actual volume levels and shit that are going to OBS, which is what I'm using to broadcast. I'm sure you know already what it is. Anyway, it's a limitation of low-end not low end, I guess, but like, because feature wise, I'd say it's like medium. But it's just it's a side effect of having your mixer also be a USB interface. So what I have to do is take the desktop audio through 3.5 millimeter out on the laptop and put it in another channel on the mixer. Basically turn everything on the desktop up 100%, like the music would be like 100% volume on the laptop, but it's going to go to the mixer, and then I can work the volume from the mixer, and then it will send that signal out mixed the way I mix it out through the USB. With my voice. But what I'll hear in my headphones is what's being sent to the computer, and that's what matters. So, once that's taken care of, the audio will be like a little bit better. I don't know how much better, but it will be better than it is now. So that's the shit that I like nerd out about, is like, oh fuck, audio is the number one thing. Video, as long as the video is good enough, that's fine. People will watch this quality video. But audio is like really important, which is why I never went live with the headset mic. It just wasn't good enough. Although you can do some work with VST filters in OBS through software to clean that up. You can, and that's what I was doing with my. This is the same mic, but every broadcast up till this one, I didn't have a mixer. I was doing everything in VST plugins in OBS, which there's like tons of YouTube videos about. It's actually not that hard. I hope you're not picking up when I like breathe. I forgot to change the noise gate. And I know it's different. The room tone is being picked up differently because I changed the gain. Damn it. Do that next time. I'm not gonna do that now. Oh man. Well, you know, I've been going for almost an hour and a half now. It's getting pretty late. I think this is about a good time to bring the show to a close. Shut it down. Turn off the lights. Go to sleep. I'll finish the cigarette though. I might as well hang out until I'm really done. Mike, I hope you've had a good time, brother. I really appreciate you being here. You know, sometimes I just run out of shit to say. I gotta go come up with some new stuff, man. Oh, you're welcome, brother. I'm glad you enjoy it. Because really, at the end of the day, if I had exactly what I have right now in life, a place to live, food to eat, you know, a thing that makes me happy, which is this, and it connects with even one person, you know, that person being you, which is dope, by the way. That's really all that matters, right? Like, if it ever made me $1 million, that'd be great, right? That'd be super fucking rad, and nobody would say no to that, but it's not more important than making a connection with another human, even if it's one human. And that's just dope as fuck. You know? So for anybody who watches this after the fact in YouTube land, maybe future Brad is watching this. I hope you didn't quit, brother. I hope you didn't give up. I hope you kept doing what you love to do. speak from the heart and fucking just tell the truth. You connected with one person, so you succeeded. Be proud of that, whatever you're doing now. Anyway, anyone watching the show, Mike, any other viewers that might be there, I don't know, I haven't looked in a while. I love you all. You're fucking great people. You're amazing. You're beautiful. All of the possibilities for humanity lives inside of every single one of us. And all we have to do is capture that spirit and ride it into the sunset. Have a great night. Peace.